Hi everyone, it's Tejal here with a guest post for Die Cuts and More, and I'm going to be reviewing these colors today for you. A few days back Mansi asked me if I could review these colors for her, and there was absolutely no way I could say no. I mean, I have a lot of glimmer mist, a lot of mists that have tons of shimmer, but I do not have any plain colors in mists. And for the fact that they were made in India, I had to give it a try and I had to play with them. So let me introduce you to the Mysteries ink sprays. Right now there are 6 colors. They are the emerald green, the true turquoise, the citron orange, the topaz yellow, the ruby red, and the amethyst purple. And right on when I started playing with them, I loved the vibrancy of the color that these sprays have. I mean, they are bright. When I spray and I show you, you will really love the fact that they are so bright. And these colors are going to be amazing for someone who loves doing mixed media, for people like me who love coloring flowers, who love spraying flowers. I generally play more with flowers, but I did play with some tags. So I'll be telling you a bit about these inks, as well as showing you a little bit of what you can do with these. The rest, of course, when you play with them, you will discover. You mix it with different mediums, you try them with shimmers, you try them with the texture paste, you try them with Mod Podge. The list is endless. Until and unless you get them and try them, you really won't know. So let's just start, and I'll just show you by spraying each and every color how vibrant it is, and then I'll show you a couple of more things that I've done with them. Okay, and one thing, when you're using these, please use watercolor paper, because these are dye based inks and because these are water based. You will have to use paper that can take in the water. If you use a normal cardstock, it is bound to buckle and it will crinkle up. It will really not give you that effect that a watercolor paper can give you. The higher the GSM, the better. Now here I have these tags I've just cut out from watercolor paper, and this is a 200 GSM watercolor paper. Also, I have some tags that Mansi very kindly sent me. These are Fabriano 300 GSM tags. Now these will hold these mists beautifully. I have done a few tags and I will show you how beautifully they take in the ink. So let's start. And I have put in a piece of plastic underneath, over my craft mat. You have a craft sheet, use it. Don't have that, just use any laminated sheet of plastic under it. I'm going back to my trusty old mouse pad. Alright, so here goes, and there you see. This is like, now after spraying you can take this off, use another tag and wipe this out, but to save time I'm just going to wipe it off with a cloth, and it hurts me because I'm wasting ink. But just put another tag over it, soak up the ink, and you have another tag ready. I'll set this aside to dry and then I'll come back to it. Right, that was the emerald green. Now I'm taking up the amethyst purple. This is one crazy color. Woof. Again, setting. And if you're drying this with a heat gun, you can really get amazing textures. If you let this air dry, you would get a probably a little flatter texture, but nonetheless you really do get a beautiful texture when you're drying it with a heat gun. Then moving on to the true turquoise. Okay. Right. This is, ow. I have the dried up versions of these tags and I'll just show you in a bit. Yeah. And these can dry. When you're working with mists, you really need to protect your surfaces. Then we're done with blue, we'll go with citrine orange. Look at how beautiful this is. And when they dry even prettier. Now my favorite, ruby red. This could not be any prettier. So you know how much it kills me to wipe this off. I mean, I could be using it on another tag. The time. Now this is the topaz yellow, and I'm telling you that ruby red and topaz yellow, this yellow is my absolute favorite. And yes, be careful when you are using multiple colors, be careful of your hands. Now I had blue over here and I sprayed the orange. I got a touch of blue here because they're water based, they will bleed into the other color very quickly. So if you're just working with one color, you got to be just a little more careful. And there we have all the 6 colors. And you can use as you use your normal ink sprays, mist it, use your stencils. You can color with these. Really, I'm showing you what I have done. Now this is a tag I made, and using my wonderful stencil, which seems to be missing. Okay, here it is. Here's that butterfly stencil I have. Right, just place it, give it, first I gave it a base coat of orange, then the stencil, go over it with red, pick it up, and whenever you use a stencil, you can again use your tag to pick up the residual ink and you will get a opposite image of what you have. Then I just took a Pigma Micron pen, went around the edges, my what do you call that, Signum white pen. Oh my god, this has got spray. Okay, everything is sprayed over here, and this is what you get. This is just a basic simple tag that I was just playing with, and a few stamped dragonflies. Now when you're stamping on these inks, use waterproof inks such as your StazOn, Archival. Do not use your Memento. Memento will bleed because these colors are such that once you've applied them, you've let them dry, you can go over them again and reactivate it. Okay, so if you're using a non-permanent ink and you go to reactivate the ink again, your black ink is going to bleed. Okay, so this is just a simple tag using a stencil and thing. Now how can you color it? I have colored a couple of images. I'll just show you quickly. For coloring, just give me a minute please. Holy crap. Okay, I seem to have colored my wall as well. Now I have these mists over here. Okay, let's just give it a blue spritz, my water pen, and I'm not really bringing out any water, just dipping it in and coloring it in, and it does not get diluted. I mean, they're still as vibrant as they are when you're stamping them. And I have stamped this with archival ink, so you can see it's not bleeding out, it's not blurring, nothing, it's just set. You can heat emboss and your coloring will be even faster because you really don't have to bother about staying within the lines, you just automatically do. Okay, so just spray your colors into your palette and go to town painting the world. I'll just show you a couple of images I've colored previously and kept out. Just cleaning my brush. Okay. So this is how you paint your colors. These are what I have, sorry. Okay, where did my colored images go? Okay, here they are. So these are what I've colored in. This is a butterfly that's again colored in using this method. Okay. Now if you want a quick way of coloring, you really do not want to sit and color, simply just blast your tag with sprays, stamp your images on it and cut them out. Now this is how I've done these. Just spray and just cut them out. This is how you do it. Spray, stamp and cut them out, and you've got really quick images. You've got these amazing vibrant colors. Okay, so this was one more thing I have to show you. Now the really fun part that I found that these mists could do. Here is another tag with the same color. Yes, I love this color, and that's all I can say about it. Okay, so you color it with your base color, stamp on top of it, take your water brush or your regular paintbrush and with water and just go over it, just paint. This seems to have a bit of blue. Okay, now I don't know if you can still pick up, but what happens is the water is removing a bit of paint from here. There, you can see better now. The more water you use, the more ink you can pick up, kind of like bleaching out the image. Here you'll probably be able to see it better. See, and there's the color gone. So when you have a very contrasting medium like over here, you really will be able to see this better. Just give it a while to dry. You can see it now over here and on this tag as well. It's just the same thing. Just used a bit of a water brush, go over it, and ta-da! Is this awesome or what? I mean, you can imagine the possibilities that you can do with this. Just, you're not using any other color, you're just using a bit of water, and you're getting a superb effect. Just clean your brush in between a little bit. And the more you go over it, the more color you can pick up. You can even completely bleach out the color as well, and you get a really pretty effect with this. I guess the darker the base, the better color you will be able to show the contrast. Alright, so this is really fun. I mean, I think this is amazing. And I'll just show you the colors once they're dried. Now, I made this little swatch book. This is the ruby red, and of course it has a bit of shimmer. Okay, now this is the orange, citrine orange. Here is your emerald green, here is your amethyst purple, your turquoise blue, the which one is this, topaz yellow, and this is again the same color. And of course these are my lindies, so I'll be talking about those later, but just look at them. Aren't they pretty? Right? And of course with the water, what you can do is you can stamp on it with water to get a really nice effect. I forgot to pick up a stamp. Let's see. I'll use this and show you. This is a Woodware USA stamp, again from Mansi's store. And ouch, sorry for that shake. And what I'm doing is just spritzing this with water. And yes, shameless. No. Just lay it down and hold it. Give it a few seconds for the water to soak in. Okay, and you lift it up. You can see this has picked up ink, and it has stained by stamp. But there you can see it does give you a very pretty ghost effect. So I hope you do try all of these and really have fun going to town with it, and show us what you can make. These mists are available at Die Cuts and More, and I'll be posting the links of the page where you can pick this up from, because they're really, I mean, budgeted, within your budget. They're not so expensive that you can just afford one. You can just pick up all of them right now. Alright, so have fun people, have fun spraying, misting, not each other, but your tags, projects, mixed media, and do let me know what you think about them. Alright, and thanks Mansi for giving me this opportunity to review these wonderful mists. It was really fun, and thanks again. Right, see you again.